Universe. In this video, we are going to talk about a simple but most frequently asked interview question, that is the difference between find element and find elements. So you might have encountered this kind of question or this question most of the times in your interview, but you might have given couple of answers like, okay, find this very simple difference. Find element is used to identify one single element, and find elements is used to identify multiple elements. All right. So and the find element, right, it is returning a web element. Find elements will be returning the list of web elements, right? You will be quoting these two as soon as you get this question from the interviewer. But the interviewer say, or the interviewer will ask, okay, what else? Any other differences you can quote? So that time it is very very important, right? It is very very important to know how exactly these two methods will work in detail. So for that reason, right? So we will come up, we will understand every difference, each and every difference these two will have, right? So that those are the common answers which will be given by the most of the candidates, in the sense it is used to find single element, and find elements is used to find multiple elements. It returns a single element and it is stored in web element object, and find elements returns list of web elements and it is stored in a list. These two are common differences everybody will quote, but the interviewer will not be interested in these two answers. Most of the times they will be looking for some more answers or some more differences, so that they will get a feel like, okay, you know more things, right? So that's where we will go to the third difference, that is it returns find element returns first matching web element if multiple web elements of same type are present on the page. Okay, so this is one of the very very important difference. We will understand this in a demonstration with a demo. And then find elements, it returns list of multiple matching web elements of same type. Okay, and find element, it throws no such element exception if the element is not found. All right, but in case of find elements, it will not throw any exception, it returns an empty list. And we can directly work on web element after identifying the element. But if we have to work on web element, any element, in case of find elements, we have to iterate or loop through the list, and then we need to uh, work on the elements. So the interviewer will be most importantly or mostly will be expecting these three answers, that to return first matching web element and then what exception it throws. These two answers are the must, along with the first two. These two answers are the must, because somehow they are going to ask this question. Okay, so you have identified the web element, how exactly you can work on these web elements or find elements, or how will you iterate through a list? That kind of follow-up questions will definitely come. But these first four answers are very very important, or if you quote all the five answers, it is too good. Okay, so we'll take one example and we will try to understand all these differences, and then we will come to some follow-up questions. In the follow-up questions, the interviewer might ask some small tricky questions to work on, so I will also cover that one. Okay, so stay tuned till the end to get more about this. So what I will do, I'm going to my Eclipse. All right, so I will just go to this particular website. I'm going to work on these web elements. You can see here, these are three radio buttons. Of course, in this case you have an ID, but most of the cases you will not be having ID also. The type will be radio, the name will be gender, and value will be male. All right, so it will be something like this. So in these cases, how exactly we can work on find element and find elements, we'll try to understand each and everything. So the first thing is, it is used to find a single element, or it returns a single element and stored in web element object. So that we will see. So driver dot find element, I'm going to work on find element first. By dot, so what we will do, we are going to take id. Okay, that is a simple basic example we will start with, and then we'll move to some of other differences. By dot id, and then we have already we know how exactly we can work on these things, but I will start with the basic so that we will cover everything. And then, right, so this find element is going to return a web element. It is going to return a web element, so I'm going to store that in a web element. Web element e is equal to driver dot find element by id. Okay, so that on that element I am going to just click on that element. Okay, so let's run this and see whether this works or not, whether it is going to click on mail or not. You can see here it is clicking on mail, but most of the cases you will not be having id, you will be having some other type of web element as I have shown, right? So that is the the first and second, it returns a single element and stored in web element object. Okay, that is find element. So find elements returns list of elements and stored in the list. So what we will do, we are going to find elements now. So what I will do, I'm going to comment this code. I'm going to comment this code. Driver dot find elements by, let us consider the scenario where we don't have id. Okay, so if I want to find multiple radio buttons, I have to go for name is equal to gender, which is common value, or you can also frame an XPath with the help of value, and you can click on these things. But or with the help of type is equal to radio, you can frame an XPath and then you can do that. But interviewer might say I don't want to have an XPath or anything, but you find all the three elements of such type, then you go for gender, right? Name is equal to gender, and then I am going to use that one. By dot name, right? The name is gender. Okay, so find elements, it is going to return list of web elements. You can see here it is going to return list of web elements. So I'm going to store that in a list. Gender is equal to, okay, so driver dot find elements by name gender. So what we'll do, we'll just print the size of it. Gender dot size, we'll just print the size of this one. Let me run this. You can see here the size is 3. Okay, so there are 3 web elements of type input, right? 1, 2 and 3, and it is displaying 3 here. So that is the the second difference, right? The third difference is it returns the first matching web element if multiple web elements of same type are present on the page. Let's say, okay, so these three are the web elements, and then I am going to use find element. I am going to use find element, but in this case I will not use id because there is no id. Let us assume that there is no id, there is a gender, okay, and I am going to click on the web element. So this particular line of code, this particular find element by name gender line of code should click on the radio button, which is male, because that is the first element which is identified by find element. So let us see this, whether it is going to click on male or not. You can see here it is clicking on male, right? So that is the next difference, which means returns the first matching web element if multiple web element of same type are present on the page, right? So that is the next difference. So the next difference is, of course, for find elements, it returns list of multiple matching web elements. We have seen it is returning the count as 3 here. The next difference is if the element is not found. If the element is not found, what happens? It is going to return, or it is going to throw me an exception. If the element is not found, it is going to throw me an exception. Let's see this. I have changed this. Instead of gender, I have changed to something else. Let's see whether it will throw an exception or not. You can see here straight away it is throwing an exception, that is no such element exception. No such element exception. Okay. So and then if you scan through it, which is that element which is not found, you can see here this is not found. So let's keep it to gender, and then I will change here. In case of find elements, right, as we have seen, it should not throw an exception. It should give me an empty list. Empty list means the size is 0. Okay. So let me run this. You can see here the size it is giving as 0. Okay. So these are some of the differences we should know. And we can directly work on web element. We need to iterate through the list to work on web element. Okay. So we are directly working on that particular web element here. You can see here I am getting the web element and then I am clicking on it. But here I am displaying the size. I will come to that example with one of the some tricky interview question. So the interviewer will ask, right? The interviewer will ask, I have these 3 radio buttons where I have type is equal to radio, name is equal to gender, value is equal to male. Okay. I want you to click on female, but you should not use XPath or anything. You find all the 3 elements, loop through those elements and then click on female. You got the question, right? There are 3 radio buttons with these attributes, and then the condition here is you should not use any CSS selector or XPath. You have to use driver dot find elements to identify all the 3 elements, iterate through each one of them, and then click on female. So that is the one tricky interview question. These kind of questions you might get. So for that, what I am going to do, right? I will just comment this find element code. Okay, I am finding elements by name. Now I have to iterate. For that I will use we can use 3 types of loops, either for loop, for each loop, or using iterator. Okay, so I am going to use for each loop. Web element e gender. Okay. So one thing you should notice here, I should not click on each one of them when I loop through. I have to click on only female. I have to click on only female. So for that, what you need to do, we can get this attribute value, right, for that element. Okay. So if e dot get attribute and then attribute name is value dot, right, equals, ignore case or equals anything you can use, right, that is female. I'm getting it as okay lowercase. That's why anything we can use, we have used this one. If it is female, then only you click it, then only you click this one, otherwise you don't have to click, right? So let me run this again. You can see here it is clicking on female, right? So these kind of some small tricky interview questions you might encounter, and you should be very well prepared to uh, answer them. So in the follow-up questions, right, if in the interview discussion, if you have not discussed about a list, since you are going to write a list here, of course they are going to ask about list. What is a list? And then what are different types of lists are there. Then there are a lot of questions on list you can get. And then you might have used for loop or for each loop or iterator, but most of the times the interviewer will be interested. Even though if you use for loop or for each loop, they might ask you to write using iterator. They want to know how exactly this iterator works. So this is one of the a follow-up interview question, in the sense they will say, okay, use iterator, and then write the